Say hey, Yellow Jacket football fans. Welcome to week number 6 of our Locker Room Predictions, being brought to you by the Calhoun Touchdown Club. You can go to the Calhoun Touchdown Club website and listen to our picks. Get your own picks ready for this week. And we're going to get started with review of what happened last week. Coach Clay and I tied for first place with 15 out of 20. That's 75% correct. Luke was one game behind us with 14 for 70%. For the season, Coach Clay and I are bringing up the rear as Luke leads with 55 correct out of 78 for a 71% winning percentage. I'm at 69%, and Coach Clay is at 59%. You had a good week last week, Coach Clay.
Yeah, it was about time. Just cheated on a couple of y'all's papers, and it tried to catch me up a little bit.
And sitting next to me is someone that is dressed really differently. What's going on this week at school? What's the theme for today?
Today was nerds versus jocks, and we're just going to say I take dress-up days very seriously.
I heard you might.
I couldn't tell the difference. Look like a nerd every day. So
thanks, Coach. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
All righty, let's get started with our locker room predictions. We'll start off at the high school level first. And up first is the Yellow Jackets hosting Ridgeland. This is homecoming week, and we'll get Coach Clay to talk about that here in just a minute. What do you think about the Yellow Jackets versus Ridgeland?
I'm going to take the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, looking forward to having a good rest of the week. The kids have had a good time, but we've had some really good practices. So far so good. Looking forward to getting out there Friday night and crowning the queen.
Yes, we want our queen to go home at the end of the game crying tears of joy. I think the Yellow Jackets will win also. Big battle in Bartow County. It's the Bartow County Bash. Cartersville at Cass. Both teams, Cartersville comes in with a 6-1 record. Cass is at 6-1. Cartersville is 6-0. Cass is at 6-1. Cass is ranked up to number 10 in 4A. Cartersville's holding the number 3 ranking. What do you think, Coach Green?
I think it'll be a close game, but I do think Cartersville ends up winning.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough task for Cass. If they had the running back that's at Cartersville now, if they had him, I think they could hang in there. But it's going to be tough for them. It should be a really good matchup, though. I think Cass can possibly score enough points. Should come down, to the end of the game, and we'll see what happens.
I think Cartersville will get the victory also. Northwest Whitfield at Lafayette. This is who we're going to be playing a week from this coming Friday. The Northwest Whitfield likes to throw the ball around. Coach Green, what do you think?
I'm going to take Northwest on this one.
Yeah, it should be a good game. Northwest putting up a lot of points, like you said, on offense. So it should be a good game. Northwest probably pulls it out.
Yeah, they took care of Heritage Ringgold last week, so I think Northwest gets the job done also. Gordon Central 5-1 on the season at Christian Heritage. Let's see, Gordon Central's 5-1, 2-1 in the region. Christian Heritage is 3-3 and 2-1 in the region. What do you think, Coach Green?
I'm really not sure on this one. I'm gonna have to roll with Christian Heritage.
Yeah, I don't know much about either one. I know Charlie Baxter's the quarterback at Christian Heritage. Is doing a good job, so should be a good matchup.
Yeah, I think the strength of the schedule is catching up a little bit with the Warriors. I would hope that they'd win. I just think Christian Heritage has too much for them. I'm going to go with Christian Heritage. And our last high school pick, Sonoraville at North Murray. North Murray comes in ranked number 10 in AA. They're 5-0, 3-0 in the region. Sonoraville is 4-2 overall, 3-1 in the region.
I think it'll be a close game, but I do think North Murray ends up winning this one.
Yeah, I do too. It should be a really good matchup. Sonoraville's been scoring a pretty good bit of points.
Yes, they have.
Last couple of weeks, so it should be a good matchup.
Yeah, I think that it could be a high-scoring affair. I just think North Murray might have too many guns to shoot the ammunition with. I was impressed that North Murray's ranked number 10 in 2A, so good for them. Sonoraville, good time to pull off an upset. Moving along to the NCAA, we'll lead off with my wife's favorite team, the Buckeyes, taking on the Gophers of Minnesota. I think Minnesota's boat may be leaking as they row.
And Ohio State keeps rolling.
There you go.
Yeah, I agree.
Miami at Florida State. I just now circled my pick. What do you think, Coach Green?
Tough one, but I already have Miami circle. I'm gonna stick with it. They keep going.
Yeah, is Miami the favorite? Probably.
Probably. I would think
yes,
so.
54.5 points, and Miami's favored by 4.5.
Yeah, I think it should be a pretty good game.
It should be.
Go with hate not taking the home team, but I'm going to go Florida State.
I was deliberating about that, taking a home team, but I'm going to go with the Hurricanes. I kind of like where they're at right now. Texas A&M hosting Mississippi State. Mississippi State has a decent ball team, but Texas A&M does also, Coach Green.
Ooh. This is a really tough one. I had initially picked A&M. I may switch that. Hold on. I need to see an over-under on this one.
Well, let me help you out a little bit. 14.5 points. A&M's favored by 57.5 total.
Yeah, nope. I'm sticking with A&M.
Yeah, A&M. I was watching something the other day. They've got the easiest path to get to the SEC championship. I don't think they play. I don't think they play a couple of teams they have to beat. But going with Texas A&M.
I'm going to go with A&M also. I think they get the job done. Texas at Florida. Texas is coming off a bye week, and is Florida also?
Not sure, but
yeah.
I don't think it's really going to matter. I'm taking the Longhorns.
Yeah, I went with Florida the first 3 weeks, thinking they were going to pull. It's a very tough schedule, thinking they'd pull one of them out, and didn't. This will be the week they win at home, but I'm going to take Texas on the road.
Yeah, Florida's in the midst of a 4-game stretch that is just going to make it tough for Coach Napier to keep the dogs from biting at his heels. I think the Longhorns get the job done also. Bama versus Vandy. After week 1, Bama was we're going to fire. People are talking about firing a coach. Bama looks pretty good right now as they take on Vandy. And, of course, Vandy looks good. This game is at Bama.
Since I'm dressed as a nerd, I want to pick the nerds, but I can't pick the nerds. I'm taking Bama.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if they could knock them off again.
Again.
Last year was when you beat them, right?
Yes.
And same kind of deal. Alabama's coming off a huge win with Georgia and have to play Vandy the next week. But I think Vandy on the road is not going to be able to pull it off. So I'm going to go with Alabama.
Vandy played a very exciting game last week in their new renovated stadium, but I don't think they have enough to take care of Bama this time. Diego's fun to watch, their quarterback for Vandy. I'm going to pick Tide. Georgia versus hosting Kentucky.
Georgia.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Georgia as well.
Yeah, Georgia's favored by 20.5 points. And they only say 48.5 points are going to be scored in this game. I think Georgia gets the job done also. Michigan versus Wisconsin. This is for our 2 children. They were big Blue fans. I don't know what happened with their mother. Mm-hmm. But anyway, Michigan hosting Wisconsin, the Badgers.
And they're going to have no problem with the Badgers. Michigan all the way.
Yep.
I agree. Notre Dame versus Boise State. For some reason, I stuck this in there. I was thinking Boise State was a little bit better than what they are, but their record's not that good this year.
Mm-hmm. Not without Ashton Genty. The Irish keeps it going.
Yes, I agree.
Boise State has discovered a new running back that's doing fairly well, but not Ashton Genty. I'm going to go with the Fighting Irish also. Illinois at Purdue.
This would be a game I could see Illinois dropping.
Great.
But I'm going to take the Fighting Illini.
I will too.
I'm going to take the Fighting Illini. They're favored by 9.5. They think there's going to be 55.5 points scored in this game. UVA at Louisville. Let's see. Louisville is favored by 7.5 points, even though UVA's ranked number 24 in the nation. They had a big victory last week. 62.5 points total.
I could see that, but I think Louisville takes the win here.
I think Virginia keeps it rolling. I think they've got the second or third ranked offense in the nation. Got a really good quarterback that's playing great. Interesting to see how they bounce back after the big win, but I'm going to take them on the road.
I'm going to go with the Cavaliers also in a bit of an upset. Iowa State at Cincinnati. This is a former Mount Union grad coaching the Iowa State team. What do you think, Coach Green?
I think the Cyclones. I don't have a pun for that. Give me Iowa State.
Okay.
I think Iowa State wins also.
I think Iowa State also wins. Texas Tech at Houston. Probably the best funded program in the U.S.
No kidding. It's an interesting experiment is what I would call that team. But I do think it's working right now. I think they take the win. Texas Tech.
I got Texas Tech as well.
I'm going with Texas Tech also. And then the first game in the Commanders Cup starts off. Air Force at Navy. Coach Clay, we have players on both teams.
That's right. That should be a good matchup.
What do you think, Coach Green?
Navy.
Yeah, Navy's favored by a lot. Quinn has had a great few games at Air Force.
Yes, he
receiving.
has.
He actually had a pass the other day that would have been a pass for a touchdown, and it was a kind of halfback pass, and the receiver dropped it. So, but he's playing at a high level. His sister was the pilot that flew over the Georgia game.
No.
The Air Force pilot. Yeah, it was pretty neat.
I did not
for
know
the
that.
for the flyover before Georgia Alabama. So pretty neat weekend for the Smiths.
Yeah, that's a huge
But
deal.
I think Navy gets the win this week.
Yes.
Also.
My dad was a Navy guy. I'm going to go with Navy also, go with the midshipman. We have 2 NFL picks up for you. The 49ers at the Rams. And let's see, 49ers are 3-1, Rams 3-1. Rams are favored by 5.5, 46.5 is the total.
Rams.
I'm going to go with the Rams also at home.
I'm going with the Rams too. And the last NFL pick, Chiefs at Jacksonville. Chiefs are at 2-2. Jacksonville's 3-1, 46.5. Kansas City's favored by 3.
I picked the Chiefs last week and it worked out. I'm picking them again.
Me too.
I'm riding with the Chiefs also. Folks, that's our picks. We hope your picks are better than ours. We wish you the best of luck. Once again, go to the website, CalhounTDClub.com, to listen to our picks, and you can compare what we do. This is being brought to you by the Calhoun Touchdown Club Locker Room Predictions.